Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve our Skillrack daily challenge using Python programming language. Before going to logic, if you didn't subscribe to our channel, then subscribe right now and make our work more meaningful.
Let us solve today's DC using Python programming language. The program must accept 26 integers representing frequency of 26 lowercase alphabet, and it must print minimum cost of converting all the alphabets to same. The cost of converting one alphabet to another is the absolute difference of their ASCII values. Now, the program must accept 26 integers representing the frequency of 26 lowercase alphabets, and it must print the minimum cost of converting all the alphabets to the same. The cost of converting one alphabet to another is the absolute difference of their ASCII values. Now, let's check for our test case. Here, the frequency of A is 0, B is 2, C is 0, D is 3, E is 0, and F is 5. And all others are 0 here. Now we have to calculate the amount. For calculating the amount, you have to convert the characters to the same. Now if the index is having frequency 0, you have to move to the next index. Now here the index of A is 0, so we are moving to the next index B. Index of B is 2. So you have to calculate the amount by using nested for loop here. Have to calculate before second index and all the indexes after B. For converting all to B, here before 2 the frequency of A is 0, so you have to leave that, and after 2 there are two numbers 3 and 5. So the formula is frequency times absolute of ASCII value. This is the amount for converting all to B. Now 3 times 2, the difference between the ASCII value is 2, and now for converting 5, 4 times 5, the difference between the ASCII value is 4 here. Now next, for converting all to D, because the frequency of D is 3 here. Now before B, in index B the frequency is 2, so 2 times the difference between their ASCII value is 2 here, so 2 times 2 plus, now after 3 there is a frequency 5 here, so 5 times the difference between their ASCII value is 2 here. For converting all to F, here the frequency of F is 5 here, so before F there are two frequencies 2 and 3 here, so 2 times the difference between their ASCII value is 4 plus 3 times the difference between their ASCII value is 2. Now let us calculate the amount for these. 3 times 2 6 plus 20 26, and 2 to the 4 plus 10 14, and 4 to the 8 14 here. Now the minimum amount in this following is 14, so 14 is printed as the output. Now let us see the logic involved in it. For each index, we will run a for loop for indexes which are at left, and another for loop for indexes which are at right. Now in this logic, we are going to run two for loop for the indexes at the left and also for the indexes at the right of the given frequency. Now we are just calculate current cost, and we are appending the current cost. We will append it to cost, and finally we are printing the minimum of cost. We are just calculating the current cost and appending it to cost and finding the minimum cost of amount. Let us implement our logic in code. We want to get the input from the user frequency by using list function. Next, we are assigning a list called cost equal to an empty list for saving the amount in the list. Now let's open a for loop for index in range 26, as there are 26 characters are given as output, so 26. Now let's assign a variable called cost equal to 0. Now let's run another for loop for index in range. This for loop is for the previous character, so 0, index, and cost plus equal to frequency of int times absolute value ABS of index minus int. This is the amount for converting the character to its particular character. Now let's run another for loop for right side characters for index in range, index plus 1, 26, and the same step is continued here. Now we have to append the cost to the cost. So cost dot append cost, and finally we have to print the minimum of cost. We are just getting the frequency from the user as input, and we are using two for loops for calculating the amount, and we are appending the cost to the cost, and finally we are printing the minimum of the cost. Let's run our code, checking for our first test case. Here 14 is the output. The output is correct. Now let's check for our second test case. 288 is the output. The output is correct.
Our program has passed all our given test cases successfully. Hope you guys understand. Thanks for watching. See you next video.